everybody, it's Women's History Month, and we're celebrating by uplifting women in the workplace with the nonprofit Dress for Success Austin. Executive Director who has worked at Dress for Success Austin for 14 years, Mia Johns, is joining us now to talk about their mission. Mia, you do a lot for this community. First of all, thank you. Second of all, good morning.
Good morning to you too, Rosie.
Let's talk about Dress for Success, because I think a lot of people have heard of it. You told me it's actually an international organization now, but it started here in Austin 14 years ago, 2 people.
Yeah, so we're actually 21 years old. And you're right, it was just 2 of us.
Wow.
And we just kept adding more and more programs to help women really, meet them wherever they were on their career journey. And we've just grown so much over the years.
Which is fantastic. So I'm happy to say you've been executive director for the last 6 years. Talk to me a little bit about what y'all's mission is and who it is you serve.
So we serve anyone who identifies as a woman who's looking for a job or a better job. A lot of women come to us and they do already have jobs, but they're really just not making ends meet. They're not making enough to take care of themselves, their families. In Austin, right? It's expensive to live, so we want to make sure that they're earning enough money so they can become economically independent.
This is actually really enlightening to me, because I thought that you had to meet certain criteria in order to be a beneficiary, for example, of Dress for Success's resources. So I want to ask you a little bit about that.
Yeah, so not at all. We, of course, allow women to sign up just by clicking a button on our website. Of course, we don't want, we want to make sure that they're ready for a real job search and that they're not looking for a stable home environment, or they're not running from a domestic violence situation. So if they are, then of course we give them the resources that they need.
Gotcha.
And then welcome them back whenever they are ready for that job search.
Absolutely, because there are a couple of steps here on the ladder.
Yes.
So, okay.
Exactly.
And then you get them ready to go. I want to ask why it's so integral to have access to, beautiful outfits, put together outfits to go to a job interview. The first thing I think is confidence.
Totally. It is all about confidence. And it's just about them feeling really good in their skin. And what we do at Dress for Success Austin is we don't tell them what to wear or how they're supposed to look. We let them guide the appointment and let us know, hey, I don't really like that type of shoe. I prefer this color, because we want them to feel just totally creative and feel good when they go in for an interview or a new job.
There's nothing better than that feeling. And otherwise, a job interview can be a little bit stressful,
Totally.
a little bit nerve-wracking. So I love seeing all of these kind of dressed up corporate, ready for the next step type pictures, where I see that these women look so confident.
Yes.
Can we talk about, what's going on with y'all? First of all, 2 events a year.
Yes.
You've just passed one. It's the Gather, Grow, and Give event. How did that go?
It was so inspiring. We had a panel of women, really prominent professional women in the community, who talked about the gender wage gap. It's, a serious topic, but I think everyone walked away with some really good nuggets on how to have those difficult conversations and to make sure that they are asking for enough money when they get a new job.
Advocating for yourself, I see as kind of a big overarching theme here at Dress for Success. You've got a spring sale coming up, so I want to make sure we talk about that as well.
Yeah, thanks, Rosie. So it's April 5th from 10 to 4. And just so you know, if you come and shop with us, 100% of any money that you spend that day is going to go toward our workforce development programs.
Wonderful. And we are going to talk about those workforce development programs, but you brought some of the examples of some of the things that you might find at Dress for Success. I'm seeing labels, girl. Coach, this beautiful, I think it's vintage inspired, but timeless dress.
It is,
for example.
And it actually is a vintage dress.
Is it? It's gorgeous.
Yes, and we love the vintage fabrics. They're usually 100%, cotton or silk, not polyester. So it's such a nice, touch. And then we have those really cute kitten heels.
And the kitten heel is in, y'all.
Yes, it is.
So where do you source all of this stuff
The community, the Austin community is so generous. They bring us lots of clothing, lots of accessories, and anything, that we can't use. Of course, our clients are the first priority, but anything that we can't use, we can then sell, and of course it's going to support the workforce development programs.
Wonderful. Okay, let's talk a little bit about those in addition to the expansion that you have going on.
Yeah, so we have 6 core workforce development programs that meet women wherever they are. So if they're job searching, they can join our Path to Employment program. It's a mentoring program. And the women who graduate and are actively job searching, 80% of those are getting jobs.
Hey, that's amazing.
I know. It's an
I don't even
amazing
think
program.
that's the same statistic out in the real world. That's really impressive.
We really do that matchmaking for the mentors and the mentees. And so they're working with someone who can really lift them up and give them access to a different network.
That's wonderful. And then I'm going to have to say it on your behalf because we're out of people, but space expansion, used to serve 20, now we're serving 50.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to expand across the hall. So excited. We will be able to have 50 women in person for our programming. And then we're going to have a storefront so that you can shop not just 2 times a year, but every weekend.
Sales every week. For a shopaholic like me, that's maybe good and bad news.
I hope to see you there.
You will see me there. Mia, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Rosie.
it. Learn more about how you can help women around Austin receive career development resources by visiting dressforsuccessaustin.org.